word, actually in a poetic sense.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is the distinction between fact and fiction. All right? Because the world of fiction always assumes that you are one of their fucked up creatures.
Yeah,
Fucked up beings. Yeah.
Monsters.
All the puny judges, as you know, are actors. Yeah, they're called puny. Like you have this thing called Tony Blair. His wife is a judge. That's a puny. That's a puny actor. Wears all black. Yeah. What is that? That's just a piece of shit. That's all. Yeah. Have no respect for them. Do not give them the day and the time, anything. They're just freaks, that's all. Then, tragically, which my little brother was a victim of, is the theatre, and that's not the only one. There are many other theatres, but we can't cover the hundreds of theatres that they have. These are the most shocking and revelational, most telling of the tragic nature of all of this. You have the theatre of operating, what they call an operating theatre. They will give you all manner of excuses as to why they call it an operating theatre. But what they don't tell you is what they're actually doing is a real theatre show, and they're practicing theatering, which means they're rehearsing. But they have a living, breathing creature that they're cutting into, mutilating, under the noble pretense that they're fixing it.
Yeah.
The pharmaceutical industry is so toxic in its nature that they got the surgeons believing that they fix the mistakes that God makes. That's their motto. They fix the mistakes that God makes. That's how fucked up it is. That carries a death sentence. Because when a theatre show, whether it's in commerce, whether it's in warfare, whether it's in an operating theatre, when it hurts real men and women, carries a death sentence. That's the power of this. That's the power of this knowledge. That's where I derive my power from. The knowledge of how these things work, and to reverse engineer it, to fix it, and then go after the people that perpetrated it and created it.
You're correcting their evil creations, or wicked creations, should we say.
Yeah. So, we spoke about this already. And then you have things like the theatre of faith, or the theatre of religion, where they would take a book written in all sincerity. They would take a book where people in all sincerity believe that it holds a wonderful word, and then put in it a book of acts.
Poisons.
And acts only has one meaning.
For an actor.
It's for an actor.
An act.
It's an act. So, you have that theatre show woven into the very fabric of the things that people believe. All right? So, as you can see, these privateers that put on these theatre shows are so guilty in religion, in Buddhism, in Islam, in Christianity, in the theatre of politics. They're being caught red-handed. Red-handed. I will now hunt them and terminate their life, because their conduct has made it that there is food insecurity, that there is banking insecurity, there is health insecurity. They have unbalanced so much and taken away the securities that they've threatened the very foundation of our lives. That carries the death penalty. I will be hunting the privateers. They can't hide under the word private. I now control that word. I control it. And therefore, what is private and what is not. And I've already created that on paper, respected globally. I will be going after them. They think that they can do this in my watch. The answer is no.
About time someone like yourself come along, Mark, to actually have the, can I say the word balls?
Yeah, sure.
To have the guts, shall we say, as a lady.
Yeah, to have the balls, to
Yeah.
have the guts, to have the
Courage.
mind, to have the courage, to have the resources, the knowledge, the love of the people, my staff, the student base, the service processors, the champions, the constitutional writers, never done in history before, where I taught 150 odd people how to write a constitution and make it global. And the creators of the judicial notice, which was me. Yeah, I created that judicial notice to bring a fact into the world. All of that is what the creative mind does with the help of a genie.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and what I'm telling you is colonizing this entire planet, just as Bitcoin offers such a wonderful sense of security. And my knowledge of Bitcoin is probably so tiny you can put a sewing needle through it. But I have more faith in that coinage, in that digital coinage, than I have in the rest of their monetary system.
Yeah. The rest of the fiat system, and yeah.
Correct, yeah. And I have so much dignity and honor in the words that I use, as French can be, than I do with all of these freaks and the privateers. Yeah. Hopefully I've conveyed to the audience and you, when you enter a boxing ring with me, you're not gonna survive the match. You're just simply not. My knowledge is too great. Okay, and I'm not boasting. And when you expose a narcissist for a narcissist, these privateers are going to understand what narcissistic mortification is, while I strangle these motherfuckers out of my planet. And I wish to make no apologies for my language.
Necromancy needs to be dealt with. Necromancy.
Let the dead bury the dead. They are practitioners of necromancy. The necromancers, like the judges, now work for me. Like the politicians work for me. The surgeon generals now work for me. They are experts at burying the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. They have already sealed their doom, like the creators of the smart meters. Smart means to harm.
Do not steal, harm, or kill. That is the only universal laws that we really need to, live
and they've
within.
Openly told us that's what we're doing. Their confession is on paper. Death sentences already passed. You already know the paedophiles are small in number now, because they're not going to wake up from a day's they're not going to wake up ever. No, sex offenders have disappeared now. That CEO of certain pharmaceutical Pfizer are shot dead. Yeah, bullet in their head. Now I show them no respect, no mercy, because no mercy was asked for. If they was to confess their crimes in the public, we may show the mercy, but they do not forfeit being punished.
Yeah.
You still face the punishment, but we will show mercy. We'll do it in a dignified manner if you confess.
Yeah.
But they have not. So you die, and you die, you pieces of shit.
There's no place in this world for narcissists, wicked.
Thank you very much for that. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mark.